I was born at midday. My dad had gone downstairs to grab lunch. Then he came back and he was told, alas, you have a daughter. I feel like when I talk about Johnnie Walker now, my father will be like, he's been working for how long? Over 20 years, let me tell you about me. My father will have a tougher... Oh my God, our generation of parents was incredible. Hello, my name is Anita Nderu and I am the Overdressed cook. Johnnie Walker is turning 200 years and they gave me this really cute package, which I'll open for you just now. But I think it's incredible that for over 20 years they've had the longest running campaign, which is Keep Walking, and on top of that it's actually named after the person who created it, you know. So his name is Johnnie Walker and it used to be sold out of the Johnnie Walker grocery. He was a young farmer actually, and he created this to compete with the single malt, and it is an incredible Scotch whiskey. It's actually the most popular Scotch whiskey in the world. So Johnnie Walker, happy 200 years. I'm excited, right? So, I'll do that, and then this is the Johnnie Walker Gold. It's my favorite one after the green. It's super smooth, goes incredible with literally every cocktail you want to make. And I love that they even have the highball. And I love that they're even giving you ideas on how you can make your highballs. Have you been to their website on how to make the highballs? Absolutely incredible. The Kenyan Originals Classic Tonic is there. This I cannot wait to play around with. So it's dark chocolate with whiskey ganache. So I'm hoping to use one of my favorite bakers in Kenya, her name is Caroline Cupcakes, has released like a you know the thing where you just get the thing and then you mix it with things and then you bake it real easy. That, I don't know what to call it. Yeah, I'm gonna try her chocolate cupcakes with this as the ganache. I have more Johnnie Walker glasses than actual water glasses in this household, but they come in very handy. So yes, so now we have 2 of these. We can put this one back, and then it comes with a ton of coasters. Oranges, which I will just add to our collection here. Where can you fit? Make space for your sister. Okay, the other one has fallen. Okay, that's fine. We'll just... Then what else do we get? Oh, we get tongs. I already have a Johnnie Walker ice glass, so that's fantastic. I won't lie. We have, as an entire team, tried to figure out what this could be for. So amongst the different ideas that have come about, this one was Duncan's, was maybe it's for cleaning the straw. Assuming this is actually correct, it was my idea. So we tried that and this got stuck in the straw. So, which I'm also hoping it's a straw, right? Like it's not like just the one that I use. I don't know. It would have been nice. What to do with these was there. At least the tongue is self-explanatory. I think by the time this video comes up, or by the time this video goes up, I'll be celebrating 10 years in the Kenyan media industry. I feel like just studio, audience. Wait. You one job. No, we are going to do this again. I refuse to have an underwhelming... I didn't mean to throw the straw. None of them thought to bring me balloons or a bouquet of flowers, or at least pretend that they, you know, that I wasn't going to discuss this today. So I hope this doesn't go into the ice or the glass. But so guys, you clap in like when the confetti comes up. Are we clear? Okay. All right. Okay, great. All those bases you hear are some of my closest friends. All right. So I'm celebrating. This is so silly. I'm celebrating 10 years in the media industry. Woo! I'm gonna need a slightly more, you know, intense celebration after this, but there's no one I would rather be celebrating with than Johnnie Walker. In my 10 years of being in this industry, I have worked with EABL more times than I can count, and I'm very, very grateful. And yeah, so why don't we make a highball while I share with you a little bit about what 10 years in the media industry has been like, and how my first paycheck will actually really make you laugh. Okay, so when I joined the media industry, Facebook was big. Oh my God. When I was 18, everyone was like, yo, are you on Facebook? I'm like, I was trying to be one of the cool kids, or at least I thought that's what being a cool kid was, refusing to conform to what society is doing. I was like, oh no, yeah, no, that whole thing where, you know, you have like a whole bunch of people who you don't really know, yeah, I can't do that. Not a very long while later, 2008 is when I joined Facebook, and I was called a little Oreo. And I was for a very long time. And then I was accepting any request. It was the weird thing about, was it just me, you guys? Where you were just accepting any and every request? We accepted. If you see my, like, sometimes my Facebook will be like, it's so and so's birthday. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I do not know this person. So there was that. And then, so that was in 2008. And then in 2011 is when I got my first job in the media industry. And I was a host of this incredible show. I was given a chance by Beatrice Gashagwi and Shalene Samat, which was fantastic. And I was working for NTV. The top makes the outfit pop. How did that feel?
I was speechless. Welcome to the Teen Republic.
Please note I was 21 years old, because I know as much as I'm speaking about alcohol right now, it's just in passing. The show was called Teen Republic, and it was dope. My show aired in February for the first time, and I remember even when I was doing the audition, I was like, please, dear Lord, let this be the job I get, because I just liked the idea of talking about Chris Brown all day long at that time. And that was actually part of my audition, actually. They were like, tell us what you know about pop culture. Tell us about Chris Brown. That was one of the things that my audition consisted of. And then we had to do a take 2, which was at the NTV studios. And I had never crossed the reception. My job was to deliver invites to all the famous people who worked at NTV. I used to work for this incredible lady called Grace Makosewe, bless her soul. And yeah, so my job was to deliver invites. She used to have these events called Nairobi VIP events, and I always used to ask, how do I get past the reception to go to the other side? Because I don't know what's happening on the other side. That bit never really took place, as everything happens with its own timing. Anyway, so I was working for Grace Makosewe at the time, and then I go for the audition. It was during the weekend of the Tusker Safari 7s, and I didn't go with my friends because I was like, hey, I need to be fresh tomorrow. I wore a lot of colors. I remember I was in this pink top from another store I used to work for. I used to work for a tattoo parlor called Cool Beans. It was in Westlands. His name was Nick. He was the owner, and I was a clerk there. So then I wore one of the tops which I had customized from that store, and a pair of skinny blue jeans and blue high heels, and I went for this audition. And I remember the first thing I was told was, your accent is too strong, you need to tone it down. So we do the second one, and then they pair me, I think his name was Simon, and they pair me with, so they were pairing you with a guy, because they wanted to be a female host and a male host, and then you do the take together. So you sort of like rehearse what you've been given, the script, and then you do it together. We did, but there was no chemistry, or whatever was happening, it didn't happen. So I was like, great. Then as I was leaving, I said I'd been told no so many times. This was like audition number 21 or 22 where I'd been told no. So I just said to Beatrice, if I don't get the job, please don't call me. Because they were going to call you around Christmas time, and I didn't want my Christmas to be ruined. So I was like, please, if I do not get this job, for heaven's sake. People in the audience are like, we've heard this story so many times. Do not call me. And somewhere around Christmas, I get a phone call. And the first thing I said was, I told you, please don't call me. You're going to ruin my... And I go into my usual rant. I talk a lot, in case you don't know by now. And I still haven't started making the cocktail. I will. And she's like, oh, no, you got the job. You need to understand, I had wanted nothing more since I was younger to be on television. And I was very specific about the stations I wanted to work for. And to be in a situation where for once there was a chance I could work for a station that I had specifically said over and over again, God, please, can you grant me this one wish? And then it was happening. I thought I was going to lose my mind. The first person I called was Mom. Because Mom was the one who, every time I had an audition, she would be like, I'd be like, Mom, I need money for hair, for shoes, for this, for that, and all these things. And she was always investing. Like, you would think she was the one who was going to get the job. She's just a very supportive human being. And I got the job. And I signed my first contract. I don't know whether I'll get into trouble for this. All I can say, so I'm not sure if I'll get into trouble if I say how much I was earning at first. But just know it shocked me. I remember looking at it and I'm like, I thought people who work on television earn way more than this, you know, and it was shocking. I will not lie, it shocked me. But then I would have done it for free. So to be very fair, them paying me, it was them doing me a favor, because I really would have done it. I really wanted to prove that I could be on television. And anyway, another embarrassing story about that time, I will not mention the presenter who I did this to, because oh my god, I'm mortified to this day for some reason. So you know how you see someone on TV so often, when you see them in real life, you think you know them. You're like, ah, that's my boy. So I'm over there busy signing my contract, then I look up and I see him. Might as well just, it's the ball. So I see him, and I'd seen him on TV so much, I thought we knew each other. I don't know how to explain it, but does this happen? Do you guys, like, I don't know, watch someone so much or are around? I don't know. It's the way right now, if I saw Trevor Noah, I'd honestly be like, yo, what's up? Like, you would think we don't know each other, we've never met. But then I just thought I knew this guy. So I was just like, hey, I haven't seen you in so long, how are you doing? Then in like 2 seconds, my brain was like, you don't know him. He does not know you. You know him from TV. So you think you know. Anyway, he was very nice. He was like, hey, what's up? It's been a while. How da. He did not know who I was. Many years later, there was an audition for Capital FM to be an online TV anchor. Capital FM was very high on my list of companies that I want to work for. So of course I went for the audition. And I go for this audition, and there's so many skilled people who were present. I'll never forget this girl who was there, who was just like, I don't know why the rest of these guys are here. I already know this job is mine. And I remember asking, and I was in the ugliest red wig you've ever seen. Ever. I don't know how they even let that wig. I went immediately after the audition to remove that wig. And remember when I was doing the audition, you know when you're doing the audition and the person auditioning, you just look so uninterested. I did not think in a million years I would work for that company. So when I got a phone call and they're like, HR wants to meet you, I literally almost jumped out of the jav, because I was like, I was like, I'm coming. Now they're like, no, next week on Tuesday. What kind of Mickey Mouse operation do you think we're running here? We don't just call you and tell you to show up in 2 hours. Anyway, I got the job. Hallelujah, amen to that. And I ended up on radio. Was the MD at the time. When I went to do my interview with him, was like, you should go and do a voice audition. Like, your voice sounds very radio-ish. I was like, okay. So I went in and I did my voice audition. The guy who was the PA at that time was like, I think you're actually gonna get this job. I was like, you think? And you should know me when I'm excited about something. I was willing it every single moment of my life. And I did. I got it, and I think I worked at Capitol. Duncan, was it 5 years or 6 years? He's asleep. Wow. That says a lot about my show. So, let me just make my cocktails. Which was in Guinea. You call somebody to your house, you feed them, you clothe them, and then they sleep during the show. So we know this is definitely not going to fit in here.
We're here for the drinks.
Well, it's kind of, you're here for the drinks. Are you saying I need new friends? If I'm auditioning for new friends, please apply. I like how this has even become water in the time when I've been giving this story. Let's just use the few more cubes we can get out of this thing that we're trying here. Okay. So I try out for that, and then I get called again. Once again, thank you. It's my favorite. I love it. So I get called again for another interview, now this time round with the newsroom bosses. So Bernard Mamani Bernie was my boss for like the longest time after that. And then shortly, no, well, it was not really shortly. I worked in the newsroom for, wait, let's do this right. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Responsible drinking is important. Excessive consumption of alcohol is harmful to your health. Do not drink and drive. Please ensure you're over the age of 18. Thank you. Like I was saying, so I think I was there for 7 or 6 years. So in 2018 though, let's just backtrack real quick. So when I first got the job, let me not lie to you. Reading news is not easy. It looks or sounds easy, but it is not. I remember for like the first year and a half, they kept taking us off air and putting us back on for training just so you can get the voice. it's 4 p.m. and my name is Anita Nderu. Like, just to get to that point took forever. And I remember every time they took me off, I used to cry. I'm like, oh my goodness, I left a job where they loved me, because I left the job I was doing at NTV, and now I'm assuming they loved me, and I'm assuming that I would come here and, you know, it would all go well. I was honestly very, very stressed, but then I learned. Quick one. Duncan, stop snoring. Right, so for whatever reason under the sun, I just assumed it would not be that difficult to read news. It is. And then after being taken up, Eric Latif can attest to how many times I used to be crying at my desk when I'd see an email saying, we are taking you off air for more training. Anyway, so eventually I think I probably got the news thing right. And I got to, I don't know. So I used to be on the late shift, the 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. And for whatever reason, I was always the one giving bad news. I just don't... The newsroom was very emotional in the sense that a lot of the stories that came in, I think I cried on air like a couple of times whenever I was giving a story and the death toll would be rising, or somebody who, you know, I looked up to had died, or there was always something. The newsroom was an emotional space, but it was an incredible place to work too. And then come 2018, and then I was moved to Hits Not Homework. So as we promised, in studio this evening, we have a beauty queen with us. As soon as she walked in, you just know. She's complete. And I made 2 incredible sisters in the process. And then come 2019, and first of all, Instagram had already popped up around 2016, I think. And I think my first picture ever was a sandwich with a lot of filter, which I removed because I was like, what is this? I don't know whether it's still there. And then Instagram became a thing. And then influencing became a thing. And all of a sudden, the numbers you had on social media meant the brands which you never thought you would get a phone call just called you. And these are some of the brands that I've worked with. And it's been absolutely incredible. And in 2019, I bowed out of radio. I was still working for NTV though. I joined the trend at some point when Larry Madowo was still on.
Too much Anita, mimi nakupenda. So unajua vile unakuanga mrembo. Wewe ni msichana mrembo tena sana. Kitu wamekosea msichana ni kufa.
Oh my god, you guys, have I told you about the time I had to only speak Swahili on the trend? It was a humiliating show. A humiliating display of being a Kenyan who cannot speak Swahili very well. To be fair, I feel like I will defend myself on the episode with my sister, you guys. But my Swahili is not the best. And that was just, it was a tough show. It was. And oh my God, it's been just the honor of a lifetime working for that station. And yeah, and I did for quite some time, up until this year. And yeah, so now what else has happened in my, what would I say is my, the drink, Anita, the drink. This is why nobody lets you give stories, because you get carried away. Fantastic. So mine is a double shot of Johnnie Gold, and then Kenya Originals. Oh, they have really nice tonics. This is the one they have that's frozen cucumber. It goes very well with gin too. And then there's ice cubes. And as usual, there's nothing I consume that doesn't have chili in it. It's just how I am. All right, drop that in there. I was going to use the knife to mix that up. I love raspberries in my whiskey cocktails. Please don't ask. It's just something that I started and I love it to date. Let's use a lemon. Oh, wait. Are these oranges or tangerines? Well, they came in the mix. It's meant to be a lemon one. But then, you know, path less traveled involves doing things less the ordinary way. Hey, that chungwa has evaed properly. Like, I didn't even have to struggle. Okay. I am really praying this is a straw, because I swear if I drink from it and then kidogo on social media, guys are like, Anita, that was just garnish. I will actually have a literal cringe moment. Okay, let me just do this. Hey, this knife. Oh, that's nice. It's behaving like a straw. I'm just not sure it's one. But if it is, thank you so much. I love it, absolutely. So let me see. My highlights in the media industry. Jesus, where do you start? Definitely getting to work for NTV and for Capital. What else? The incredible people I've met along the way. Absolutely incredible. The brands that I have worked with in the mix. I think there's over 30 of you, and I'm so grateful that you gave this young East African girl a chance. I celebrate you. Thank you so much. What else? Jesus. Let me see what else is a highlight for me in the media industry. Well, something you should know though, which is something that I get asked a lot. How can I get in, and what is it like? So this is what I always say. Just be yourself, number one. It's very important. Even when you're auditioning and all these things, always put your best foot forward and be yourself. And then it's not as glamorous as it looks, right? So don't join it because of, oh, I want clout, or I just want people to know who I am, or anything in those lines. It's not a good reason to join the media industry. It's brutal out here, which, well, you will learn once you're in it. It's not what you think it is until you're in it, and then you're like, wow. Don't do it for the money, and don't do it for just because you think it's easy. It's not. It's a beautiful industry to be in the sense that once you get it right, you will really enjoy yourself. Because I love sharing stories. So sharing stories is something that comes very naturally to me, which is why doing television and radio was something that I very much enjoy doing, and I love pretty much everything about it. I think the only thing about the media industry that to this day I wish would change, which I don't think is possible, is that you'll always meet pretentious people. People are not who you think they are, and if you're naive, you're gonna have a difficult time in this industry. But otherwise, it's all great and dandy. But I can guarantee you, if you have the skills and you have the talent and you're determined, you can get in the right way. Why do I feel like everything I'm saying just now is just sounding weird? Then what else? What else is there? Oh, so my love for outfits, which also got me my first job. I remember I asked my boss then, love her to bits and pieces. Her name is Beatrice Kashagwi. I was like, why did you choose me? And amongst the reasons she gave was, she was like, you always dress up. And I didn't have to worry that you would show up on set and you were not, you know, sorry. When you drink tonic, you burp. It's part of life. Don't. I know. You see me in this outfit and you're like, how could she possibly burp? It happens. So this is my Lily hairline. This is my style by Naomi. The body usually is more snatched, but 2020 happened. Well, every year has happened, and I've just been slacking on the eating right part. But we're not here to discuss where we've fallen short. We are here to celebrate a lot of things, including my 10 years in the media industry and the 200 years that Johnnie Walker has been. Guys, I gave up on the audience.
Hey, the audience is one.
There's one fun audience member. Let me see. In the history of strange things to happen to me, if it's you, by the way, honestly, you need to stop. There's this guy, and he stalked me for almost a year and a half, from what I recall, because I blocked him on every platform and reported him. He would follow me everywhere. Like, this guy would be like, I saw you today and you did look very happy in your pink outfit and blue heels and purple hair. And I'm like, how did you know that? I don't know how. And he would send me an email every other day. And I remember I was like, I think I'm being stalked. And I don't know how to explain it to you. You see, when you've only been in the industry at that point for like, I think 3 years, you're just like, I cannot possibly have a stalker. And I don't know whether to call him a stalker yet, but that was creepy. Please don't do that. The other thing that I think about it being like in the media industry, kind of making you a public figure, that I think was a tough adjustment, I think, is social media. I don't know who made you angry. I get it. Sometimes you see things, they don't make you happy and you want to say something, but if you have nothing nice to say, just say nothing at all. You know, sometimes, and it's one of the reasons why I stopped reading comments, I don't even know where you're coming from with that energy. I'm just like, aye bro, nin or sis. Like, I'm just like, what is happening here? You guys can be mean, some of you, and I don't understand why, but I have learned to accept it. And I caution everybody who's always like, oh, I want to get into this space. I'm like, you need to have veins of steel. there's a point where I did not, and I've had my fair share of shortcomings in terms of decision making where my 10 years have been concerned, because I mean, I think it's only human that sometimes you have a reaction that's very, very much human. But yeah, but most of all, I think I've had fun. If there's one place I would redo all over again except 2018, would definitely be working in this incredible country, having all you incredible people as part of my journey, and just being able to tell the story I'm telling today. It may not be as elaborate, even though it feels very elaborate, even though I feel like I've left out a lot of the pointers that I had put on my phone to talk about. I'm mostly grateful. I'm very, very grateful. It's a decade is not a joke, so thank you. Thank you. I'm trying not to cry. 10 years of working in the media industry. I am turning 31 years old. Remember, do not drink unless you're over the age of 18. Be responsible, okay? And for Johnnie Walker, why am I crying? I said, I get emotional all the time. I don't know what to say to Johnnie Walker and to EABL for being one of the most incredible partners in all my years of working in this industry. You've allowed me to have so much fun in terms of creative control and be a part of so many incredible campaigns. And it only makes sense that you've had the longest running campaign, because there is no brand like you, and there's no brand I would rather celebrate with than you guys. So cheers. Keep talking. Oh man. Oh dude, it's been fun. I'm still waiting for E though. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know what you want me to do. How much more fabric do you want me to buy in this country so that you can know that I would love to work for E? And it remains the only station that I have been dreaming of working for, wanting to work for. And the fact that E News was cancelled breaks my heart. But it's still very much on my bucket list. I was very happy in 2019. I got to attend the E 15 Years in Africa party. I got to meet the queen herself, but nah, it was really dope. This is not to, you know. So what do I see myself doing in the next 10 years? You mean aside from working for E? Let me see. I want to revive my bakery. I have missed the confectionery factory. 2020 made me maybe I should tuck in to help with the English. Made me relive my love for baking. So I really want to reopen my bakery. I still have a list of 11 brands that I will send you proposals until the day you say yes. That's the other thing that I do a lot that I think most people don't know. I send a lot of proposals. I love when I have an idea, I'll put together the deck and I'll send it. It's okay if I get a no, but at least I tried. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think everything else we can cover in what on earth is 2020. And yeah. But for now, I think that's pretty much all I had to say. If you have any other questions, though, do ask. During any of the other episodes, I will be sure to let you know what the answer to that is. You know what? English has refused. I used all of it in the last 10 years. Allow me to have my moments where gathering English is not where it used to be. Also, age has caught up, but what a wow. But there's something random that one of my studio audiences told me before I go, which I think was really cool. So he said, how did you enjoy your Johnnie Walker then versus how you enjoy your Johnnie Walker now? I did not know about how you put together a drink, including you have to use the shot glass and maybe mix it with an actual mixing spoon or just a spoon. Just like every like every person when they first start. As I drank for the very first time when I turned 18, real story. And the first drink I ever had was Smirnoff Black Ice. And when I discovered Johnnie Walker, I used to view Johnnie Walker, I used to be like, and one day, we will buy Johnnie Walker. And to be able to work with them now is absolutely incredible. So I'm grateful for that. And learning how to enjoy your drink responsibly and how to even set it up in a very classy manner is something which I've really enjoyed learning over the last couple of years. So that's been dope. That aside, I think we're done. Great. So I'm going to have my sister on one of the episodes this season, and I'm kind of nervous about that because she is a lot. But I began rolling my eyes like Amina. Wait, oh my, I've gained so much weight, okay? I'm worried that the wig might fly off as I try to do this. So I said I would try bussing it. This is going to be funny. I don't know how this is going to pan out, okay? All right, okay, all right. You have to play the first part. If my booty does not look nice, stop shooting, or this is going to be a problem. I'm kidding. I already know I don't have one. Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm doing this. Wait. Oh my God. Well, I got down and I came back up. That's all that matters. Did I not go down and come back up? That's all that matters. Hallelujah. Amen. We're done. Cheers. Happy 200 years, Johnnie Walker. You're an incredible brand, and I cannot wait for you to pull another God knows how many centuries of incredible, incredible Scotch whiskey. My name is Anita Nderu. This was the Overdressed Cook.